What's up, gents? DirtBag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We are going over today's speed run for Fire Night 24. I think it's like the same affinity as Fire Night 20, so I figured like you just use kind of like a similar team. But today we're going to go over literally everything. It's all the champions that we need, the runs. I got a video of like a couple runs that we can check out, and then also like what speeds you're going to be needing to get this up. So it is hard. The fastest run we had was a minute 53. Now, I haven't seen a ton of speed runs on Fire Night, 24 or 25. Some guys are doing it on 25, but it is 2 more energy. I'm pretty sure it's like the same drop rate. I don't know the statistics behind it, but somebody let me know in the comments like what the statistics are. That way we can decide if we want to go 24 or 25. But everybody was doing 24 Dragon, so I figured I'd just do 24 Fire Night. So hopefully this team, I'm pretty sure it'll work for both, right? But we're going to check out some videos. I'm going to show you exactly what the comps are, gear, masteries, artifacts, all this stuff. And you can obviously make this better. This is a casual rating account. So if you have better gear or like you have better champs, definitely try it out. But let's watch the video first. So here's the basically first video that we did. Fastest run was a minute 54, as you can see at the top left. And this is the comp. So you're using a level 50 Renegade, and she's literally like made for the Fire Night. You can actually gear her up to have accuracy for this build because she actually has skills that really pertain to the Fire Night. Now she has decreased. Now what she's known for is she decreases the cooldown of your champion skills, so it's almost like a mini Prince Kymar. But what's great about it is like when you have Coldheart, who has a 4-turn cooldown, and Seer, who has a 4-turn cooldown, when you reduce the skills by 2, they use their nuke, right, like Seer, and then her 4-turn gets turned to a 3-turn. And then Renegade goes and reduces it by 2, which then makes it a 1-turn. So essentially she gets to use it again right away. So that's why Renegade is so good with that. Like you don't need a Prince Kymar. If you have Prince Kymar, you can use it, but Renegade's skills are actually better for the Fire Night than Prince Kymar. And the reason why is because Prince Kymar has poisons, but if the Fire Night doesn't ever go, you don't care about poisons. Honestly, you're really just trying to get the shield down as fast as possible and then reduce the turn meter as much as possible. But she also has on her A1 heal reduction. So if you don't have a Cold Heart, it is kind of hard to do a speed run without a Cold Heart. But if you don't have Cold Heart and you need that heal reduction, this could be for like just a longer match. But she puts up 100% heal reduction on her A1. Like that is awesome. But her A2 is even cooler. So when you reduce any boss's speed, it just makes runs so much consistent, so much more faster because you don't have to worry about them overlapping. Like there you go. She just put the reduced speed up on the boss. So now your guys essentially are going a lot faster because Lydia gives you speed and then Renegade reduces the speed. So it's like a 60% swing with speed, which is crazy. So that's on her A2. So just think about like Renegade having a 5-turn cooldown on her reset skills and also a 3-turn cooldown on her decreased speed, right? So once she lands a decreased speed, you don't have to put it up again. But she does set a ritual sacrifice, which is really cool animation. Like at the bottom of her feet, you'll see like this fire circle come around it, and like she just resets everybody. She does sacrifice damage, but at least it's a really cool aesthetic. Like it looks cool when she does it. But she's really, really good for the Fire Night. Like especially for speed runs. I started using her a lot in a bunch of different speed runs. Now, you can see at the top, we're already over a minute 54 because we didn't kill the second wave guy. Like you can see in the second wave, there was one guy that lived. So we spent a couple turns trying to kill him, and then we got to the boss, and then we killed the boss. So it is pretty good consistency. And I made, I think, 3 or 4 videos, so it's just going to keep playing. But 3 or 4 videos showing you the consistency and the speeds. So this one obviously was a little bit further just because we didn't kill the first 2 waves, but at least we did it. The win percentage is probably around 90% win percentage. Again, sometimes Lydia just gets lazy and she doesn't put up her decreased defense on somebody. And then basically it lives, right? So already on the second wave, once Seer comes back around, she'll nuke it back down. There you go. So then we get to the boss in 26 seconds. And the same thing. Everything else just goes. Allure we'll go over in a little bit, but Allure is really good for the Fire Night, even weak affinity. On the green affinity, I'm sure she's just going to be even better. I should probably try a green affinity, so we'll try that later. But Lydia is in a relentless set, and also Cold Heart's in a relentless set. The more times Cold Heart gets to go with her Heart Seeker, the more times the return meter gets reduced, the more damage she does because it's enemy max HP. So having a relentless set on Cold Heart is legit. It's very, very good. And I think having a relentless set on Allure, you probably don't need unless Allure does a crap ton of damage. I'd rather have it on Cold Heart than Allure. Allure really just does her A1 the entire fight to reduce the turn meter. So we'll fast forward this. We're at 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So look at that. There's only 7-8 seconds difference from before. So that's where the consistency comes in. So this is the next run. Same thing. Let's see if we kill the first wave. There you go. So we didn't kill the first wave, the whole thing. Because again, sometimes Lydia doesn't get full decrease attack and weaken on everybody, which I don't get why. She's like 300 and some accuracy. She might need more. She might need like 350 to get it all on everybody. But there you go. It's on everybody now. And then Seer comes in, just nukes down the... So we're at 30 seconds on the boss. All right, so the best run will probably be like 19 seconds to get to the boss. But we're killing everybody. We're at 1:59, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 1 second. There you go. So it's 2:02 last time, 2:01 this time. So there you go. There's the consistency. Let's go one more time. How fast can we get to the boss? So we're at wave 2. Everybody's got decreased defense. And then nuke. If this was more tuned, they got 24 seconds. If this was more tuned, Seer would probably go second in the rotation. So Lydia would go. She would put up her debuffs, give up buffs. Renegade has a shield set, so that's an extra buff. And then Seer would just nuke. And that will probably be a lot faster than what you see here. All right, so Seer, I just can't get the speed on her. I needed to increase her damage output because these level 24 dungeons are pretty hard. So I needed to increase her crit damage rather than her speed. So she's a little bit slower. That's why everybody else is going before her. But if you were to optimize this, Seer would have to go third second in the rotation. So Lydia would decrease defense. Seer would go, nuke everybody down. Wave 2, Lydia goes, Seer goes. You can even do either one of the three because they all have to essentially go again. Then Lydia goes and Seer nukes again. So that's kind of like a faster rotation. You probably get to the boss in like 17 seconds. But this is the last run we recorded. We are down to 1:56. Not bad. What's the best runs that you guys seen on YouTube on Fire Night 24? I'm not quite sure. But there's the consistency. All right, so that is the speed run technically of Fire Night. It is one of the harder dungeons to do. Besides Spider, Spider's always hard, but Spider's easy when you have the right champs. Fire Night is just it is a difficult battle, right? You need specific champs. So let's go to the specific champs that we need. So first, obviously Lydia. Now again, this is a speed run. You can sub this out and have a slower run if you guys really want to, but this video is not really made for that. It's made for just speed runs. So why is Lydia so good? Because pairing her with Seer, she has this decreased defense weaken, which helps so much when Seer nukes. And then she puts up 2 buffs on the team. So that's 2 times 5 people. That's 10 buffs she's putting up on your team. So that way Seer can eat them all. All right, so that's why she's so good with Seer. And then you have obviously Seer right here, who just nukes the waves. Like you kind of need Seer to have the speed run or a poison explosion. I don't have one, so I can't really say that. But Seer is the kind of MVP of speedruns. She makes it just so much easier because she eats all the buff. Now, if she doesn't have enough crit rate or crit damage, she's not going to do her A3 first because she only does this if she knows she can kill somebody. If she doesn't think that she can kill somebody, she'll do her A2. So if she's not killing everybody, you need to put more crit damage on her. And that's the key, is you need to remove all the buffs and then just nuke the crap out of everybody. So Lydia is such a good pair with that because you don't need 3 people. You don't need a Mausoleum Mage. You just need Lydia. And then you need a really hard-hitting Seer, and then you only need 2 instead of 3 people, you need 2 people. All right. The one that is the shield set that goes on, about that. So she has a shield set. And why she has a shield set is because she gives another buff to Seer to eat. So she starts every wave with 1 buff. Everybody starts with a buff. That's the shield set. So you can put a shield set on her. You can put a shield set on Lydia. I wouldn't really suggest that. Or you can put a shield set on like a Laura. Like anybody goes with a shield set. But Renegade, because all her job is to do is reset cooldowns, put up decreased speed on the boss, and have a shield set. That's it. That's all she does. So with the shield set, we already talked about her skills, but she has a decreased speed and resets those skills by 2. So when Seer and Coldheart go, she's going to be doing this multiple times throughout the fight. So that's why it's so good, because she has a 5-turn cooldown, and Prince Kymar has with books, a 6-turn cooldown. So she is a better cooldown reduction than Prince Kymar, because with 4-turn cooldowns, it essentially is a 1-turn cooldown. So that's why it's so good. So she's doing this multiple times throughout the fight. So she does have a little bit of accuracy. She could use more accuracy. So if you're going to build her with some damage. Like have her do some damage if you really want like to go super, super fast. But have her like around 200, 220 accuracy. But I got away with 164 and it worked. You guys saw that it worked. So it's completely up to you. I don't have her at 6-star. If you want her at 6-star, you can go down to War Master to have her do more damage for the boss. But she's the slowest on the team. She could be 3rd if you wanted to after Seer. As long as she's after Seer, she's good. Or if you want to put her after Coldheart, that way Coldheart does her Heartseeker and then Renegade goes and resets it. So probably 4th. So if you want to make sure that her speed is below Seer and Coldheart, you're good to go. Everything else doesn't really matter for her. It's just put her in a shield set with 192 speed and a little bit of accuracy, and she'll help out. All these really are just random. We have a little accuracy with some speed boots with some shield, and then all the rest is just make sure I have enough speed to keep up with everybody. Now, another really good person that you haven't really seen is a weak affinity Allure. All right, Allure is now turning into my favorite clan boss, especially Doom Tower champion. I geared her up to 60. We got decent gear on her. I wanted her to do a little bit of damage because I want the runs to go pretty fast. So we got her things all the way down to Giant Slayer because she has a 3-hitter on her A1. All right, and she's only doing her A1. She's not booked out. So if you want a little bit more damage, you can book her out. You don't really need to. So that's kind of the goal, the benefit of her. And with this, we have crit rate because we need 100% crit rate. Speed, we want her fast. Like we want her to go as fast as possible in this boss. Accuracy on the chest piece because she's never going to get hit. Seer's just going to nuke down the waves so she doesn't get hit on the boss. And then speed boots, but crit damage set, speed offset, and then accuracy offset. So it says crit rate, speed, crit damage, speed, crit rate, and then speed and crit rate. And then the banner, obviously accuracy because you need her to land the decreased turn meter. Crit damages could be a little bit higher. And then attack just because I want to do a little bit more damage. Her total stats, I'm pretty proud. We got 351 accuracy, 100 crit rate, 166 crit damage. This could be obviously higher, so you can definitely get that up higher because, again, she does do damage. So if you have her do damage, she's going to help out with those Giant Slayer procs. 247 speed, that is awesome. We need this for Scarab King. So Fire Knight, it's just the faster you go, the faster you get to reduce the turn meter. But for Scarab King, you definitely need her fast. Like she is like right after Miscreated Monster in Scarab King. So that's why we need her super, super fast. 3,300 attack, and then all these other stats don't really matter. It's just this is kind of like what she's looking at. Again, the mastery is just kind of doing more damage, going down to Giant Slayer, and making sure that she's hitting with her accuracy. Right now, Coldheart. So this is the one that has the Destroy set. This is for Scarab King, but this one has the Relentless set right here. She's my hearted one. So she's the favorite one. Her total stats, you have to get down to 70% or up to 70% crit rate because her Heartseeker gives you an extra 30% crit rate. So you only need to get to 70% crit rate. So that's what's good about her is because you can go more into crit damage than crit rate. 296 accuracy because she needs to reduce the turn meter with her Heartseeker. And then everything else kind of doesn't really matter, right? You can get a little bit more attack on her. But speed is really important. So her thing, obviously crit damage for the gloves. We have HP, which again, you can probably go attack with this. Let me make sure that her Heartseeker's attack. Yeah, so it's attack and enemy max HP. So you can go attack on the chest piece, but just make sure you have enough speed. Speed on the boots, obviously. Accuracy on the banner. Crit damage on here. I could get a 6-star, but I don't have the gear. And then attack percentage on the ring. The shield, you can't get attack, but speed, crit rate, crit damage, and then crit rate, really good. Attack and speed, those are really good weapon for her. But Relentless, again, every time she procs Relentless, she gets closer to doing the Heartseeker. And then what's her name? Renegade will reset it every once in a while, like every 5 turn. Like let's say she does her Heartseeker and then it gets reset by Renegade and she does again. So it's really, really good, that combo. All right, masteries, we got down to Flawless Executioner. I haven't tried, but if somebody let me know if Giant Slayer is good with her, because she is doing her A1s when her Heartseeker isn't up. So somebody let me know if Giant Slayer will be more beneficial than Flawless Executioner with the extra 20% crit damage. Honestly, this will probably be better just because you're doing a little bit more damage every single hit, right? Because she's not doing her A2 or A3 every single time. So somebody let me know about that. Renegade, I don't know if I showed masteries. She doesn't really have any masteries. But if you wanted more damage, put masteries into her. Lydia, let's look at her speed. It's really just, she's built for arena. So 286 speed, not a lot of crit rate, crit damage. Resistance and accuracy. Again, I have 300 accuracy, so if you want to make sure she lands her decreased defense and weaken, make sure you have a lot of accuracy to make the run like really consistent. But pretty good defense, pretty good HP. The gear, Relentless. I just love Relentless set for support champions. All this doesn't really matter. She has resistance on the chest piece. Accuracy banner. This could be a little bit higher. Defense and HP. This is like the new clan versus clan. So if you haven't joined the clan, if you're on Ultra Nightmare Clan Balls, join DBN5. That's our Dirtbag Nation clan. So we can kill off the Ultra Nightmare every single day, which we are. But clan versus clan's coming up soon. So all right, so we went over Lydia. We went over Seer. We went over Allure, Coldheart, and then Renegade. So that's the entire team. It's a pretty simple team. You can use this for like other matches, other bosses. But that's essentially the Fire Night speedrun. So let me know if I missed anything, guys. Leave in the comments below who you guys are using, what your speed was, because I think I could definitely get faster than 1 minute and 54 seconds or 52 seconds. But let me know what you guys run. Hopefully this helped you out if you are having trouble figuring out a team. It's a pretty simple team. But let me know also who did it faster on YouTube. So appreciate it, guys. Good luck with everything. Thanks for clicking on the video, and we will see you in another video soon.